Vanity of vanity. All is vanity. What profiteth a man from all his labour? To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to plug, a time to weep and a time to love, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate. He has made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, because this is the duty of all humanity. Van die voorgelese gedeelte het ek 2 temas gekies. First theme, the beauty and fragrance of a rose was never meant for the sole enjoyment of its owner. The beauty and fragrance of a rose is not meant to be enjoyed by its owner alone. When it blooms, its beauty is enjoyed by friend and foe. By its very nature, it exudes, it says of itself, whether you deserve it or not. Aunty Rosie was geroep om te dien en onder kinders uit alle vlakke. Haar grasie en styl was nie net gereserveer vir familie en vriende nie. People far and wide have benefited from her presence. She knew in life there was a time to plant, and the joy of reaping will certainly come. Spared the burden of raising her own, so that she can be a guiding star for many children in her own community. Of everything else, her life reminds me of 2 things. 1, Jesus se uitdaging. Wat baat dit julle dien, net die wat vir julle dien. Wat baat dit julle groet, net die wat vir julle groet. Wat baat dit julle betoon liefde en respek, net aan die wat dit vir julle doen. True beauty lies in service, often not because of others, but in spite of others. Vanaand is ook 'n tydige herinnering aan Jesus se woorde, die onder julle wat die grootste wil wees, moet die minste word. Julle moet leer om ander te dien, nie net in die aangesig van jou eie seer en vernedering nie, maar ook in volkome en opregte nederigheid. Dit is die sentrale tema van Jesus se boodskap, vervat in Johannes se treffende woorde. Hy moet meer word en ek minder. Net in hom is daar lewe en lewe in oorvloed. Hoe meer die wêreld van Jesus in ons sien, hoe groter is die impak van ons lewe. In a world where the beauty of self-sacrifice and true service is gone, where what has remained is the self-advancement, and the enslaving impulse to gain, even at the expense of my neighbor. Hoor vanaand daardie dringende oproep. Maak reg met die Here, dan sal ons reg kan lewe met ons naaste. Dan sal ons beste vir ander kan gee. Ja, selfs vir die wat vir ons net die slegste toewens, want die geur van daardie soet roos van Saron in en deur ons kan nie beperk bly tot ons eie kring, ons eie familie nie. Die tweede tema is vervat in die voorgelese gedeelte uit Prediker. At first it seems the writer is beset with disempowering thoughts, thoughts that at best can be described as cynical. Salomo doen bestekopname aan die einde van sy lewe, 'n lewe vol plesier, genot en geluk. Hy het alles in oorvloed gehad, gedoen wat hy wou, geniet wat hy wou. Alles wat hy begeer het en nog meer was tot sy beskikking. Rykdom en goed, kennis en wysheid, eer en roem, glorie en geluk, mag en bewondering. Aan die einde hoor sy gevolgtrekking. Alles is te vergeefs. Wat baat dit, ek het so baie bereik. Ek het soveel bymekaar gemaak. Wat gaan daarvan word as ek sterwe? Niemand was slimmer en ryker of meer hardwerkend as ek nie. Tog, my lewe staan einde se kant toe en ek kan niks daarvan saamvat nie. In Kalmor was daar die spreekwoord, die doodskleed het nie sakke nie. Watter voordeel bring al ons moeitevolle arbeid onder die son? Dit is dieselfde vraag waarmee Jesus vir ons konfronteer. Wat baat dit? Jy wen die wêreld en jou siel ly skade. Of, soos daar die pragtige lied oor die eeue heen gevra het, moet ek gaan met leë hande, moet ek so my Heer ontmoet, nie een siel gewin vir hom nie, niks te offer aan sy voet. It is a piece that can only be written at the end of your life, and at the end of an observing, questioning life, a life full of pursuit and endeavor, not one full of laziness and ignorance. Let me turn to our modern youth, whom have what much more, much earlier in life, things usually reserved for maturity, things which usually come after hard work and great effort, are fed and available to them. At the age of 15 or 16, they have tasted and experienced so much, in the absence of the emotional, spiritual, and intellectual resources to cope with it. In their late teens, they have already reached the stage and the conclusion Solomon has reached in his old age. They have had it all and seen it all. They have nothing to look forward to and nothing to live for. So they joined the prophet when he said, everything is in vain. There is a time to plant and a time to pluck. So what is the use of planting? There is a time to gather and a time to throw away. So what is the use of gathering? There's a time to live and a time to die. And once more I hear him ask in his cynical way, so what is the use of living? Death is a kind of existential confrontation. It's a forceful reminder of the reality of mortality. It underscores that ancient injunction van stof is jy en tot stof sal jy terugkeer. And when a loved one is ripped away so painfully and suddenly as Aunty Rosie was, we are forced to stop and to ponder not only the insecurity and the brevity of life, but also the very essence and purpose of life. It is reflected in those two enduring questions. A, what, who are we? And B, why are we here? Solomon argued, God has set eternity in our hearts. In our hearts is planted the thought of and the longing for eternity. It means not only the hope of immortality, but a sense of infinity, of perfect beauty and order, indeed a sense of eternity deep within. An honest reflection on life leads to an inevitable conclusion. We don't fully belong in this world. That lingering feeling of uneasiness, that yearning for a home more suitable and more satisfying for our souls, remain and enduring constant. Dit word pragtig saamgevat as die kerk oor die eeue heen gesing het. Hier wil ek nie bly nie, want hier is niks vir my nie. How do we escape this enduring conflict? How do we reconcile the two sets of life experiences? On the one hand, a life in the flesh, which is short-lived and often disappointing. On the other hand, a life deep inside of us, longing for things eternal. Solomon himself gave the answer. God has provided a way. Serve him and keep his commandments. Dit geld vir alle mense. Dieselfde boodskap was pragtig opgesom deur Augustine, 'n teoloog van die 14de eeu. Die hart van die mens soek ewigdurende vrede. Onrustig egter bly die hart, totdat die siel in die Here rus. Hierby sluit aan die lied uit ons kinderdae. Turn your eyes upon Jesus, look full in his wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. Ja, 1,000 maal ja, we once more dare to proclaim, Jesus is the answer for this world today. Above him there is no other. Jesus is the way. Let me conclude. Solomon has proven that a life full of wisdom and blessing is punctuated by questions. God does not frown upon your questions. He appreciates it. Die les is vervat in daardie mooi Sionsgesang. Hier is sy belofte, hy wat bid ontvang, en wie soek sal finde, wat sy hart verlang. Die twee belangrikste vrae is waar en wat. Die eerste vraag het Salomo ook mee geworstel. waar sal ek blywende vrede vind? Dis kan die graf, het Petrus dit so verwoord. Waarna toe sal ons gaan? Dan gee hy self die antwoord in Handelinge. Die saligheid is in niemand anders nie, as juis in ons Here Jesus Christus. Die tweede vraag is wat? Ook dit was op die lippe van die kerk, sedert die vroegste eeue. Dit word vervat in daardie lied, wat moet ek doen om in te gaan? Jy moet bely en laat staan. Amen.